Because what? Hey y'all, welcome to the Shadea Renee's podcast. Grab your favorite water, your favorite snack, whatever you like, and let's lock into this video. Hey guys, it's your girl Shadea Renee. Welcome to my home. Welcome back to the podcast channel. And today we are finally on episode 1. I am super excited. Super excited for this journey. And I just want to thank you so much for tuning in and joining and tagging along. If you are new here, welcome, welcome. It's a safe space, a positive place where we learn, we teach, we laugh a lot, and we cry together. This podcast channel is all about growth, healing, and love. So join in and let's stay connected. And if you are my OG, my day one A1, welcome back. Welcome back, baby. Guys, today I want to talk about failure. Failure. Feeling like a failure, going through failures, giving things a try and it not working out, quitting, everything that the word failure falls under. Yeah, let's jump into the video. I remember a time in my life where I would start something and it would be going so good, and it just didn't work out. And I remember midway, I would get so confused, so stressed out, so down and depressed and just out of it because I'm like, what the hell is going on? Because at this point, what am I supposed to really be doing? Because if everything I'm doing doesn't work, then what am I going to do? I'm the kind of person where passion is my fuel. And if you get it, you get it. You understand? If you could relate, you could relate, okay? Passion is my fuel. I love to do things I'm passionate about. I don't like to do something that feels forced. I don't ever want to quit a job just to feel like I'm doing a job. And I get it. Sometimes that's a part of the journey. And sometimes you have to follow before you can lead, and you have to serve before, anything else. But I just never want to feel like I'm at work when doing something. The point of doing something on the side or doing something I love is for it to not feel like work. And don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about where you're stressing about something or you feel like it's overwhelming at a certain point. I'm talking about feeling like it's work, dreading it, starting it and realizing that this isn't going to work for me, starting it and realizing this isn't the thing that I'm searching for. I'm good at this. Yeah, I could do this for a couple more years. Yeah, but this is not what I'm passionate about. And can I tell y'all, I always felt like a quitter. I always had quitting syndrome. I always felt like, damn, as soon as you start something, you just stop it. As soon as you put your attention on something, you just stop it. I always felt like that. But I always even like checked myself and said, am I comparing myself to other people in this industry that I'm in? Or are my goals too big enough that I can't see the end from the beginning? Or am I really built for this? Or am I really made for this? Or like, what is going on? Why every door I open is being closed literally in front of my face? Like literally on me. Like I open it, boom, it just shuts. Like the math ain't matching, God. Like the math ain't matching. But when you know that you're called for something bigger, and when you know your purpose is greater, like don't get me wrong, there's some people who are literally called for their jobs. There's some people who are called to be officers, they're called to be lawyers, they're called to be doctors. Like this is their calling and this is their purpose. But I knew that I was called for something bigger. I just didn't know how to get there. You feel me? Like I just didn't know how to get to that point. And if that's you, I want you to listen up because I'm here to put you in a place that you need to be. I'm here to check you like I had to check myself and remind you you're not a quitter, you're not a failure, and nothing is wrong with you. I remember a time where I said I was so passionate about starting my hair company. And I'm like, I'm gonna do this. I need to do something on the side. I'm gonna do this. And I did it. And it was doing good. It started off okay. It wasn't the successful of the most successful, but it started off okay. But along the lines of doing here, it got overwhelming. Life happened and I didn't quit it. I died down with doing it. And then I realized afterwards that this wasn't for me. Like this wasn't what I wanted. Um, I love hair. I still wear weaves and stuff, but this just wasn't my passion. And then I remember after that, I was doing a ministry. This was a nonprofit organization. I had the vision, I just had no idea where I was going to go with it. And I remember I paid like $500 to make a website. It was the organization website, meaning that like it's a nonprofit, it's free. It was a safe place, kind of like what I'm doing right now, but it will be more like a blog kind of vibe, you know? But at the time, I already had a blog vibe going on Google. So I'm like, this isn't going to work out for me. And I was doing ministry, it would be faith based. Then a lot happened. And then I wasn't really in tune in church like before. So I said to myself, how am I going to minister to people about God? And I'm not even in tune in church like I was before. I'm going to sell these people a dream. Like, I'm really going to like lie to these people or just talk to them, tell them what things the Bible is saying, knowing dang well I'm not living how I'm supposed to be living. So I didn't even like continue with that. And on top of that, the person doing the website for me kind of got too personal. It was just too much. So I just said, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. That's fine. Fast forward, I love leggings, I love clothes, and I decided to start selling leggings, gym, athleisure wear. And that was doing pretty good too, but that was not my passion. And I really had to sit myself down and I said, girl, you cannot sell everything that you wear. Stop trying to be jack of all trades and master of none. Let me repeat that. Stop trying to be jack of all trades and master of none. First, you must master one thing that you're really good at. Focus on that thing and do it well. I loved hair. Was I the best at doing hair? No. Did I see myself making wigs? I started that wig business in 2018. Do I see myself in my beautiful home in Florida selling wigs or making wigs? Absolutely not. I was passionate about the ministry. Could I have been a person that was writing blogs every single day? No, that was not for me. I love leggings. I still wear them. But do I see myself as a person going back and forth in the leggings industry, going back and forth, learning materials, learning everything, knowing that I'm not where I need to be in life, knowing that everything is not aligning the way it should right now in life? No. My leggings business was good, but it just wasn't fitting up with what I needed to do. And I just struggle like back to back, what I'm going to do. And let me tell you something, for real, how God works. God will literally show you what you're supposed to do from day one. But it's all about you to realize it in the perfect timing. I'm gonna go back and talk about it. Let me repeat it. God will always show you what you need to do from day one. It's all about you to understand and learn it in the perfect timing. So I have started YouTube a very long time ago. I always posted like my dance videos. Like I'm always posting on YouTube. I would just private my stuff. Fast forward again to 2022, I came up with this grand idea about helping people with their goals. I'm really good at manifesting. I'm really good at getting everything that I want. Oh, glory to God, that's like not of self. I'm really good at being focused on something and getting it done, like really receiving it. And I'm great with like things happening out of nowhere. Just putting my mind and having a focused mind on receiving the thing that I want and receiving it. I'm really good at that. So I had this thing where I'm going to help others with their goals. So I hosted this webinar that I spent a lot of money into to host. It was called the Goal Getters webinar, and it was in February of this year. And I have it. I did it. I did the webinar. My team and I did a great thing. I was super excited. It was a good deal, good lick, and people were like responding to it. It worked out well. And I said to myself, this is what I want to do. This is my purpose. This is my passion. I want to help people with their goals. I want to help people with their life. I want to help people to live and be free and be happy and be themselves and heal and move on and love, like that's what I want to do. This is my passion. This is what I want to do. Where did God send me? YouTube. I'll be like, God, you're funny, huh? You funny. And I remember I had to be by myself here in my apartment, away from the noise, away from the people, away from everything and everyone I knew, and really understand deeply what my purpose was and to make it happen in God's perfect timing. Being here in Florida, being away from the noise, being in a lot of quiet and stillness is where it just kept replaying in my head. And time had come for me to re-register my business. And I said, I didn't want to re-register my business as a retail company anymore. I want to do something else. I want to serve. I want to do service. And that is when I decided to re-register my business as a consultant business. And I know God was just aligning all the plans. And let me just encourage you guys, no matter how you feel like a failure, please keep close to God, keep close in prayer, no matter what you're going through, no matter how you feel like the doors are closing on you, no matter how you feel like you can't make it, no matter how you feel like you're not good enough, and no matter how you feel like somebody's doing better than you, your classmate you guys are the same age is ahead of you, your ex is ahead of you, like no matter what you're going through, keep a relationship with God, because at the end of the day, it's all going to go back to a relationship with God. The cards are not going to align in the way they're supposed to if you don't have a relationship with the creator of all things. Like if imagine you trying to build something. You come on somebody's land and you're trying to build a home on it. You didn't speak to them, you didn't consult them. You don't know what their plans are with that land. You don't know what their purpose is with that land, and you just start to build. What's going to happen? Every single thing is going to get knocked down. Because if they said to you, guess what? I like it, what you're doing. Yeah, that house is good. You're building well. You're using all the right materials. I get it. But guess what? I had other plans for this land. I'm gonna do something bigger and better on this land. So I know this land might look empty and it's not. It doesn't look like it's nothing is going on right now. This is you now, right? This is the whole message. Like God knows that you might feel nothing is going on for you right now. You might feel like things are not working the way they're supposed to be working right now, but bigger things take longer times. And your today is not somebody else's today. Your level 2 is not somebody else's level 10. Like things take time. And I'm not saying that what you have is bigger than anybody and greater than anyone, because granted, we're all here for a purpose. We're all special and we're all created to do big and major things. But I just want you to understand, as it pertains to your life, things might be taking a little bit more time because it's a lot more work needs to be put in. And so you're on this person's platform and you're building a house and they come and they knock your house down. This is God throwing your plans to the side, because the Bible says man will throw the dice, but the Lord determines how it falls. And that is one of my favorite scriptures, because I have made plans in life, plans after plans after plans, only to just watch God just tumble them all. Like you know how how you go bowling and you have the sticks put up and you throw the ball and boom, everything is down. God has done that to me several times with several of my plans because I haven't consulted him. And God is like, you're mine. I got my hand on you, and that's not how it's going to work. He's like, I get it. You want to do what you want to do, but that's just not how it's going to work, And so I want to encourage you that honestly, failures are a part of life. And failures are just literally experiences and lessons learned. They're part of the process. Trust me. There is never a way that it never adds up, because now I told you I've had failed businesses, right? Businesses that started off good, but because passion is my fuel, I couldn't see myself forcing it any longer. I couldn't see myself forcing to be a hairstylist any longer, or forcing to sell leggings or sell clothing. I just couldn't see the long term in those things. And it's all because that's not what I was supposed to do. Now, say I jump into a consulting business, what can I do? How can I serve the community? I can serve the community by helping people get their business registered. I can serve the community by helping people with their startups, helping them with business ideas, marketing ideas, so many things, because guess what? I have been through those steps. So I promise you, things will align. I also want to encourage you as well. Sometimes, even as it pertains to working, and you just don't feel like you're called to work a job, and you just feel like you've been trying to get jobs and things just haven't been working out. You just feel like, you know what? I don't get this. This isn't for me. And no one around you understands it. And no one around you understands what's going on the inside of you. Because God is working on the inside of you. And God is calling you to something bigger. He's calling you to something more. He's calling you to something higher. But you just don't know what it is. You have an idea, but you just can't put your hands on it exactly. Go back to God. Go back to God. Ask God, what is it that He wants you to do? And ask God for the confirmation of that thing. I remember when I was about to do YouTube, I prayed about it first. And I said, God, I wrote it in my notes, and I said, God, it just keeps going back to YouTube. That's the only thing I see right now that I'm able to do. That's the only platform I can see growing my brand on right now is YouTube. And as far as service goes, that's the only platform I see myself serving, and that's on YouTube. It always just like boiled back down to YouTube. So I said, you know what? Okay, cool. All right, bet. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this YouTube thing. I'm gonna do it for real. And I said, you know what, God? Like, I want confirmation. I promised myself this year I was not gonna start something and not finish it. I was gonna make sure I take all the time in the world I need to take just to make sure that this is what I want to do. Because passion is my fuel, and when I'm no longer passionate about something, I cannot proceed with it. I can't fake it. I can't do it. I just can't do it. So I met this young woman on TikTok, and we spoke, and she's like, girl, why don't you go on YouTube? I'm like, what? She's like, go on YouTube. She's like, you have so much to offer to the world. You have a story. You have so much to share. God wants to use you. God wants to create a platform for you. It's going to add up for all the other things that you want to do. Just go to YouTube. And I'm like, make it make sense. And then prior to that, she had already was talking to someone already about YouTube, about the YouTube idea. And that's when I got to work, because I'm like, God, if you send a confirmation, I'm gonna move. If you don't send a confirmation, I'm chilling. But God, if you send that confirmation, I'm moving. And because of the promise, I knew I had to move. I knew that I had to make a way. I knew that I had to get everything together. And that's when I bought the microphone. That's when I decided to do the editing for the intro. And that's when I started the podcast. And because I had the time on my hands, and because I was just dwelling so much in feeling like a failure, just feeling like, what am I going to do? Just feeling like, what's my purpose for real? Because if everything I'm doing doesn't work, and everything I want to step in doesn't work, then what is my purpose for real? Like, okay, what am I really here for? And I know this is just a small start, but guess what? Everything big was once small. And guess what? No one started at the finish line. Everyone started at the starting point. So, yes, this is my starting point, but I know many great things will arrive. I know many great things are on its way. And I know because of my obedience, so much more is in stores for me. And this is why I want to encourage you. If you're feeling like a failure, if you feel like you are just not good for nothing, if you feel like, what is my purpose? Like, why am I even alive? Like, what am I even living at this point? Because at this point, at this age, time is running out. I have kids, or I'm married, or da da da. I failed school. I dropped out. Like, who's gonna hire me? Who's gonna do this? I'm a felon. I'm a this. I'm a that. Like, if you feel like a failure, I want you to know that God still can work with you. There is still time left for you. There is still purpose within you. As a matter of fact, if you have not walked into your purpose yet, look at yourself as a beautifully new brand TV, new brand gift, new brand refrigerator, the top of the top, the best on the shelf that nobody has touched yet. And you have to be good for something. They say they say allow yourself to be utilized, because if you're not good for something, that means you're good for nothing, honey. So you are this brand new thing on the shelf, just waiting to pop, waiting to be open, waiting to be introduced to the world. Don't give up on yourself. Listen to my story. Listen to the girl who started all the businesses and nothing worked out. And she tried it all and she failed. And she tried again and she failed. And she tried again and she failed, only to walk in her purpose this time around. And never feel like you've arrived somewhere. When you meet your purpose, when you find your purpose, and when you're walking in that purpose, feel good, feel happy, feel grateful, but never feel like that's it. There's always more. You never just move to the next step and feel like you've completed. There's always higher and higher and higher to go. So, and just know that. And next thing, comparison. Comparison. We are so good for comparing ourselves to other people. We're so good for looking at social media, which is a job for a lot of people. And we say, I wish I was like this one. And then when you find out the ages of some of your favorite celebrities and influencers, you're like, dang, that person is older than me. Or dang, they accomplished so much and they're younger than me. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay? Don't do it. Comparison is a thief of joy for real. For real, for real. And if you are happy and you're feeling like doing something and you open that social media and you start comparing yourself, you'll never get it done. Never get it done. And even if you attempt to do it, you're never going to do it from a great place or a great space, because you're comparing yourself with other people. Now, what's the purpose of social media? Two things. When you're on the receiving end of social media, is to inform you, which is tell you about what's going on in the day-to-day activities, day-to-day life that we don't know because we don't watch the news, right? And it's to motivate you to keep on going, motivate you to be strong, motivate you to be knocked down 7 times and get up 8, motivate you to keep pushing, keep fighting, keep going, be grateful, be happy, be joyful, be at peace, and wake your ass up out of bed and get on with your life and get on with your day. Okay? That's what social media is for. It's to motivate you and to inform you. Don't look at it as a place to go compare yourself. And don't look at it as a place to make you feel like you're less than. You can look at it, if you're a competitive person, you can look at it as competition in the fact that, okay, so, all right, so I gotta do this. And okay, so today I gotta go a little more hard. And now, yesterday I got 2 customers, and today I'm gonna need 5. Okay, I'm gonna need 8. How about I get 7? How about I get to 10? In that way, you can say it's a competition, because you're competing with who? Who did I say you're competing with? You're competing with yourself. So it can be competition. It can be competition because you're competing with yourself, but never let it be a competition where you're competing with other people. Because comparison is a thief of joy. And if you're a person who's struggling with feeling like a failure, and if you're a person who's struggling with feeling like you're not good enough and feeling like things aren't working out for you and feeling like things are never going to happen for you, then social media, no, don't go there trying to compare yourself. Don't go there trying to feel like you want to be a comparison to other people. Learn, be motivated, be informed, keep it moving, keep it going, keep it pushing, keep on striving to be the best version of yourself. Remember, the world needs you. Remember, I need what's inside of you. You need what's inside of me. We need each other. So if you give up on yourself, then who am I run this race with? If you quit on yourself, who am I going to do this thing called life with? Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna need you to stick around a little longer. I'm gonna need you to find out what you need to do to get it popping. But never you ever give up on your relationship with God, because that's what's gonna get you through. God is the source of everything. And as much as people think otherwise, God is the source of everything, and everything has to go through Him first. So don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your goals. If you don't understand your purpose, if you feel like you know what it is, you feel like you know something you want to do, you feel like you have something you want to give it a try, don't be afraid. Do your research, talk to God, pray about it, ask God to bless this thing that you want to do. Ask Him if it's in His will, if it's in His purpose for your life. And don't mistake the fact that I said that the failed businesses meant that that wasn't God's plan and meant that that wasn't God's will. It all worked out together. It was all a part of the journey. It was all a part of the process. It wasn't that it was never meant to be. It's just going to it's just not aligning right now, but it's all going to align together. I didn't just spend money and nothing happened because I got my profit, I got my stuff back. And even if it's a case where you've spent money or you've invested and you feel like you haven't got back your full investment or more, still don't give up. Still keep pushing, still keep trying, and just understand that God isn't done with you yet. Just understand that your major win is coming, and always strive to serve. Always strive to be of service. The most successful people in the world are the ones that find a way to help people, are the ones that are serving. Because what truly is service? Service is offering yourself, solving someone's problem, being a solution, offering yourself, offering a product, offering a service, and solving a problem. Service is solving a problem. So serve, strive to serve. And just remember, God is not done with you yet. He's not done with you. Okay? You're not trash. You're not garbage. You're amazing, you're great, and you're put here to do amazingly great, major things from someone who was fed up and confused and was like, you know what, I'm gonna just have fun and chill. I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna turn up. I'm gonna chill because at this point, I don't know, it's not giving. Right? I was there. I was at that point, and I just want to encourage you that I know so it go. That's not how it works. I know so it go. That's not how it works. God isn't done with you. So much more is left in you. So much things you haven't experienced. You have so much stuff on your goals list. So much stuff that you want to complete. And how are you going to do it if you quit on yourself? How are you going to do it if you don't continue going? Don't. Don't feel attacked by failures. Failures are just experiences and lessons learned. Thank you for watching the Shadea Renee's podcast. That's it for today. That's it for episode 1. Thank you for coming into my beautiful home and sitting with me, chatting and vibing with me. And until next time, remember, you are amazing, you're great, and God loves you like crazy. Bye.